Hey guys, it's a long time I'm come back to YouTube after 2.5 months as I've been very busy with my personal life and there was no football for 2.5 months due to the coronavirus lockdown obviously, and there was not much for me to cover about Arsenal as the season was more or less over for us. I had mentioned it many times in March and I felt there was nothing there to cover, but I decided that I will do a player rating special uh, for the season so far. We have 9 games left, but so far I will give a rank to the players and give my reasoning behind it. My reasoning won't be too long, so let's get started. Bernd Leno gets a 8 out of 10. He is easily our second best player of the season behind Aubameyang. Without him, we would be 13th or 14th in the table easily. He saved us so many times. He did have one bad game recently against, not recently, but in February against Olympiacos, which cost us the tie when he needlessly gave away a corner and Olympiacos scored from that corner as a result. But he's been our wall this season. Wall may be a bit of an overstatement, but he's protected us from being an embarrassment, and he thirdly deserves his 8 out of 10. David Luiz 5 out of 10. Very underwhelming for me, and I'm not surprised that his performances have been a bit, well, kind of bad at least. He was poor under Emery. He did improve under Arteta, but he improved mostly his passing skills, which he was already known for, and he played some very nice through balls and long balls. But overall, not good enough this season, and I think we need to move on from him. Socrates gets a 6 out of 10. He was a bit poor under Emery, but he improved somewhat significantly under Arteta. His passing improved and he was able to improve his positioning and his tackling. His defending got a little better as well. A bit of a mixed bag, but hey, it is what it is. Mustafi gets a 6.5 out of 10. He didn't play much under Emery, he played only a few Europa League games. He had a bit of a shaky start under Lundberg in his first 2 games, but ever since Arteta's come in, he's improved significantly and he's much more confident on the ball. His defending skills have improved. He's not making reckless tackles. His passing is also very good and he's been able to successfully play out from the back. I'm very impressed by him and I think he deserves another chance next season. If not on the starting lineup, at least on the bench. Actually, I think a sub role will be very good for him next season. Hector Bellerin 5.5 out of 10. Played less number of games because of his injury he suffered last season in January 2019. And his performances haven't been great and he's been a bit rusty. But I think all fans can understand why he's not performed so great, as he needs a full pre-season to get back to full shape, and he was obviously not at the races for most of the games he played, except the one where he played well against Chelsea and to a lesser extent, was it West Ham? Yep, the last game we played against West Ham and we won. Otherwise, he could be a future asset for us, and I don't think we should write him off. Some fans might want to sell him, but I do feel we need to keep him. Callum Chambers 6 out of 10. He got injured in December against Chelsea, but up until that he was decent, or at least half decent. He played at right back and centre back, and so far from what I saw, 6 out of 10 is fairly good for him. Left back Kolasinac 5.5 out of 10. He had some early season troubles with his personal life and the house thing and the incident with the robbers, but his performances have been up and down, a bit too inconsistent. I don't know whether we should keep him or sell him, because it's a tough one. If we can replace him, then we can sell him, but if we do keep him, I think he'll be a good option on the bench. Maitland-Niles 5.5 out of 10. Again, another up and down season for him. He's played at right back and in midfield, but hasn't really worked out for him. A loan deal could do, but I personally feel he should stay as a backup right back if needed. Saka 7.5 out of 10. He's been brilliant for us this season. Maybe I should give him an 8 out of 10 because he's been very good for us this season. He's been a shining light in a poor season. He's shown incredible versatility playing at left wing, left back, right wing, and he is just full of energy, and his energy has been very important in the last few weeks of the season we played. I mean the weeks in February and March. We saw how incredible he was against Everton when he came on. We needed to rest him. I see a bright future for him at Arsenal, and he's definitely going to be a winger next season. He's done a great job at left back, no doubt, but I personally feel he needs to play on the wings because his best assets are suited for the wing. Lucas Torreira 5.5 out of 10. He was misused by Unai Emery at the start of the season. He didn't play much under him, but even under Arteta, from what I saw, he was not that great. He was okay in January for a few games he played, but then he got dropped as I think his game was not ideal for us and it was a suboptimal game the way he was playing, and Arteta didn't pick him after a while. Dani Ceballos gets a 6 out of 10. He had a great game against Burnley on his Emirates debut, and he was a bit up and down after that. He also played well against Newcastle when he returned from injury. And so far what I've seen he's been decent in some games, a bit poor in some games. It won't be a bad decision to keep him, but if we do sell him, then I think we should try and replace him. Xhaka gets a 7 out of 10. This might be a bit of an unusual one, but the reason I'm giving Xhaka a 7 out of 10 is because of the vast improvement he's made under Mikel Arteta. Under Emery actually started off okay. He then had that ugly incident where against Crystal Palace where fans didn't want him to be on the pitch or to be at Arsenal. But he had a remarkable turnaround when Arteta became our manager, and he's become a staple in Arteta's side, and he definitely deserves to start next season in midfield, no doubt. I don't see any other option. Ozil 6 out of 10. He barely played under Emery and he had some problems with him from what I can understand. He definitely improved under Arteta. His work rate improved. He always had the work rate, but he was more involved in a defensive game as he was pressing a lot more, and his passes were always tidy. But the only thing that was lacking from his game was his output. He only provided 1 assist and 1 goal under Arteta, and scored 1 goal under Arteta, which is simply not good enough for a player of his quality and his caliber. I don't mind keeping him next season, but I think he should play only a bit part role next season. And personally, I don't see Arsenal selling him because he has 1 year left on his contract. I don't think we can find a buyer for him. And plus, he could be a positive influence for some of the youngsters like Emil Smith-Rowe and Reece Nelson to improve their game. So I see no harm in keeping him. I'm open to selling him, of course. If we get a replacement, then it's an ideal situation for us. There's no doubt. I agree with it. But if we can't sell him, then we might as well keep him for another year. Simple. Reece Nelson gets a 6 out of 10. I think he played decently against Newcastle on the first game, but had been a bit up and down over the last few games. He did play well against Portsmouth, I think in the FA Cup, where he got an assist, and he can work for us, but I think he needs more consistency. But I do understand he's young, so he might come through. Nicolas Pepe gets a 6 out of 10. I'll give him a 6.5 because his output hasn't been great this season. He could have done better, but he's worked quite hard, and his dribbling has been second to none, and he could be a beast for us next season as he's getting to grips with the Premier League. He sometimes needs to improve his final decision in the penalty box, or sometimes he delays a pass, or sometimes he tries to cut in, but I think he'll get the hang of it sooner or later and he'll be a big asset for us. I actually believe in Nicolas Pepe. Lacazette 4.5 out of 10. I'm sorry, he's been a bit of a disappointment for us. I know he scored our last goal against West Ham, but his output this season has been poor. He went on a long goal scoring drought, and he hasn't scored an away goal in the Premier League this season, which is simply not good enough. I'm open to selling him if he can find a replacement. I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. He can be a good player in the right hands or in the right situation, but this season it's not been good enough. Joe Willock gets a 5.5 out of 10. Very inconsistent performances, had a few good games and had a few bad games, and nothing much to say. A loan spell would do him good in my opinion. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 9 out of 10. Easy. Our best player of the season. Without him, we could have been in the relegation zone, if we are being honest. His goals, assists, and captain. Not much else to say. Hopefully we can keep him, but I don't see the odds of us keeping him as good odds. So let's hope he stays. And I'm not sure if he's going to sign the contract either. But anyways, this situation should have been avoided, as we've had bad contract situations with Alexis, RVP and whatnot in the past, but it's happened again and there's nothing much we can do now. Nketiah gets a 6 out of 10. He's been raw this season. He's had he's had a few good games, but he's been a bit off the mark in some games. But he's young and I'm not going to criticize him at all. I know he can get better, but I think 6 is fine for now. Lastly, I want to mention that I've not given Tierney and Holding a rating because they've hardly played any games. Tierney played a few games in October, November. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10 from what I saw, because I didn't see anything great or anything bad. Whereas Holding hardly played a few Europa League games, and I think 5 out of 10 is good enough for him. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. I'll see what I can do now with Arsenal related content in the upcoming days. I'm going to be very busy for the next 3-4 days, but I'll see what I can do and I'll try my best. And uploading videos is always, well, editing them is quite hard, so I might have to find the right time for such a thing. Thanks for watching. Until then, enjoy and have a great day.